to build him up. I caught him at the wrong time. I mean, at the right time for me. Yeah, the right time for me. 39:20.
Inspired by Happy Days, what term refers to the moment a TV show passes with
Yeah.
What country is currently building?
Huh?
Correct. In business, the CEO is...
Hold up, I'm gonna do it too. We do it together.
CEO stands for what position? Chief Technology Officer.
So what? You already? You all what?
The type of flounder.
Yours already came?
On a long-running animated kids show, Diego is the cousin of what title character?
Oh, you just backed out. Okay. Okay, I'm backing up. I'm backing out, and then we push at the same time. You ready?
Yes. It's time to face the Chiefs.
Let's push.
What did you think of the catch, Gilbert?
Well, Sarah, I'm a bit upset because I had a lovely line prepared for you. Just like Tiffany, you're beautiful but fragile, and then you did too well.
Huh?
So we're going to put $70,000 on the board.
Ain't nothing
What
happened.
would you do if you won money here today?
There's so many projects as an artist
I'm the
that I
coach.
want to be able to either finish or start, so it would be great to get the money to do that.
You the Dolphins, right?
Here's how
There we go.
If you want to play for that $70,000 that you earned, you will start off 5 steps away from the bank. But if you want to start 1 step closer to the bank, the Beast will make a lower offer of...
A lifetime of materials for you. 20 grand.
20 grand, that's not bad. But if you are feeling extra saucy this evening and want to play it a little riskier, you'll start off 1 step further from the bank and the Beast will make a higher offer of...
How about a state-of-the-art studio? $200,000.
$200,000!
You've seen the Beast struggle. I think you take the 200 here.
I would love to see you take the 200.
What are you thinking?
Let's go for this.
Well, Tiffany, for $200,000, the chase is on. Here's your first question. Not wanting his name to be stepped on, whose star along the Hollywood Walk of Fame is the only one on a wall, not on the ground? Neil Armstrong, Muhammad Ali, or Fred Astaire? Tiffany locked in, and so did the chaser. Tiffany, you went with Muhammad Ali.
Yes. Just because of his big ego, it just seems like he would not have wanted that.
Okay. Is the correct answer Muhammad Ali? That's right! You are moving that $200,000, that all-important first step down the board. Beast, did you know this one?
He's the greatest. It had to be Muhammad Ali.
So you're coming down that board too. 1 step. Here's your next question. Barbara Millicent Roberts is the maiden name of Barbara Bush, the alter ego of Captain Marvel, or the full name of Barbie?
I think she might have named this one.
Okay, so she went with the full name of Barbie, and as a Barbie connoisseur, here was the correct answer. You did it! You are moving that $200,000 one more step down the board. I take it you knew it because it barely went up there and you were laughing.
Yeah, I went for the full name of Barbie.
Okay, he is coming down 1 step as well. And Tiffany, you are 4 steps away from banking that cash. And your next question is coming up when the chase continues.
You want to be successful? You gotta hustle. You gotta go the extra mile. Make a name for yourself. Have a firm grip. Always dress for success. And you gotta show up who's boss.
Thanks for coming in. We'll get back to you. Hustle, sure. But what matters? When you do, it leads to amazing results.
Welcome to the next level. The all-new Lexus NX.
Your whole team can see your upper thighs. Pour that smooth road and aim that camera up high. The best part of waking up is focus in your blood.
milk chocolate, crispy wafer, creamy hazelnut filling. It's Kinder Bueno. Ruined our meal.
I got everything right.
Except for the plates.
Don't get paper plates that'll leave a stain on your pasta knife. Get Dixie Ultra Deep Dish Plates. Extra deep to help prevent spills. Dixie, make it right.
Don't touch anything.
Add Downy to your wash for all the freshness and softness of home, even when you're not at home. Feel the difference with Downy.
Superpowers from a spider bite. I could use some help showing the world how Liberty Mutual customizes their car insurance. Ow. I'm okay. Only pay what you need. Only in theaters December 17th.
Hi, baby. Buggy's here. That weird thing you're tasting is called skin. It's super sensitive. But with your mom here, we'll help keep it clean and healthy. Huggies, we got you, baby. Still not edible. I've got moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now, there's Sky Risen.
Things are getting clearer. I feel free to pay my skin. Yeah, that's on me. Nothing let me go ahead again. Nothing on my skin. That's my new plan. Nothing is everything.
Achieve clear skin with Sky Risen. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin in 4 months. Of those, nearly 9 out of 10 sustained it through 1 year. And Sky Risen is 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
I see nothing in a different way. It's my moment, so I just gotta say, nothing is everything.
Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or coughs. If you or recently received a vaccine.
Nothing is everything.
Talk to your dermatologist about Sky Risen. Learn how happy can help you save.
I built this company. It's all dirt and the American dream. Now my legacy rests in my family's hands. How many want this? Ambition.
Sometimes it expand your horizons.
Desire. Power. You wake up 18 ways to screw me over. I gotta get there in that. Everyone wants a taste.
Promised Land, Monday, January 24th on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Now, Tiffany, our artist from Chicago, took a big gamble and is now just 4 steps from making $200,000. So we're going to jump right back in. Here's your next question. Due to its abundance of unique species, the island Socotra is known as the Galapagos of what ocean? The Atlantic, the Arctic, or the Indian? Chaser locked in. And Tiffany, you went with Indian.
It just sounds like it could be different petals.
Is the correct answer Indian? You got it! Tiffany! Okay, that's $1,000, taking 1 more step closer to the bank. Beast, did you know this one?
I didn't know it, but I have a rule which is go with your gut instinct, so I went for Indian.
Doesn't matter how you get there, just so you get there. Okay, so the Beast will be coming 1 more step down the board, and here is your next question. Alicia Moore took the stage name Pink after she was inspired by what actor's character in the movie Reservoir Dogs? Steve Buscemi, Tim Roth, or Harvey Keitel? Chaser locked in. Tiffany, you went with Steve Buscemi. Do you know the movie?
It's been a while since I've seen it.
A little bit of a guess here. Okay. Is the correct answer Steve Buscemi? You got it! So we will be moving that $200,000 down the board. Beast, did you know this one?
This is one of those go with your guts, because I've seen it a couple of times, so therefore I went to Steve Buscemi.
Okay.
It's not going with your gut that you've seen the movie. That's not how much work.
The Beast is coming down the board right behind you. Here's your next question. Also known as curtain bangs, a trendy hairstyle named for the actress who popularized it is called what? Denote twist, Bardot fringe, or Hepburn bob? Chaser locked in. Tiffany, you went with the Bardot fringe.
Yes. Now I'm wondering if it's actually heartburn. Because she always had those little bangs, and my dad actually named me after breakfast at Tiffany's. And I feel like I should.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is the correct answer the Bardo Fringe? You got it! That's $200,000. One step down the board and only one correct answer away from banking that money for your team. They're freaking out back here. Beast, did you know this one?
Well, unfortunately, when I saw the fridge, I thought, is that what it means? So I went to the Bardo fridge.
Okay, so you will be coming one step down the board. You are only one step away from banking this, but you don't have room here, so let's get this going. Here's your next question. Which of these historical events took place in the year Taylor Swift used as the title of one of her hit albums? Fall of the Berlin Wall, Bill Clinton impeached, or Titanic wins the Best Picture? You both lost it really quickly. Now, Tiffany.
White flag handy.
Now, Tiffany, you went with Fall of the Berlin Wall. Are you a Taylor Swift fan?
Not a whole lot, but I know she had an album called 1989, and I remember seeing on TV when that Berlin Wall came down in 1989. So,
Well, Tiffany, for $200,000 is the correct answer. The Fall of the Berlin Wall.
Yeah, Berlin Wall came down overnight in 1989.
So you do that one too.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. She's home.
I know. I like to remind you if your ego needs it, you got it right. Okay. It is now David's turn to play the cash builder. Now, you also have been a Broadway musical director.
In the before times, I worked as a touring Broadway music director, so I toured with The King and I, with A Bronx Tale, and with a show called Helen. Yeah.
Okay, are you ready to play the cash builder?
I am ready.
This is your team's final chance to add money to the bank. And you know how this works. We're going to put 1 minute on the clock, $10,000 for each correct answer. Good luck. Your time starts now. A 2012 play, Magic Bird, chronicles the lives of two great athletes in what sport?
Basketball.
Correct. What presidential estate has a working distillery that produces the official spirit of Virginia?
Monticello.
Mount Vernon. Jabot was put on the Fearless Girl statue shortly after what notable figure's death in 2020?
Pass.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Bologna and Big Bun have both been license plates on what Oscar Mayer vehicle?
Dogs Wire Wiener. Wiener Mobile.
Correct. When he made it big, what rapper changed his nickname from Mr. 305 to Mr. Worldwide?
Pitbull.
Correct. What Japanese word for a judo instructor means
Sensei.
Correct. What's the only country currently in existence that shares its name with the U.S. state?
Pass.
Georgia. Huckleberry Finn was introduced in what literary classic?
Tom Sawyer.
Correct. What gym franchise's unofficial motto is no makeup, no men, and no mirrors?
Curse.
Correct. What term derived from Latin is defined as existing before the American Civil War?
Antebellum.
Correct. What vegetable's one-word name contains all 5 vowels?
Onion.
Time's up. The correct answer was cauliflower, but you got 7 correct answers, which is $70,000. You can't keep it yet, though. It is time to face the Chasers. Beast, what did you think of that cash builder?
I think it's pretty good. Got 70,000. There's already $230,000 in the pot. I've got a game on here.
Okay, well, we are going to put $70,000 on the board. What would you do if you won money here today?
Well, I'm hoping to take a trip to Australia. I've always wanted to go. I've never been. Hoping I can go.
If you go, you may not come back. It's beautiful. Now, if you want to play for what you earned, that $70,000, you're going to start off 5 steps away from the bank. But if you want to start 1 step closer to the bank, the Beast will make a lower offer of...
10 grand.
Okay, $10,000. That means you'll be 4 steps away from the bank. But if you're feeling risky, you can start 1 step further from the bank, and the chaser will make a higher offer of...
Let's put a big bit of bait on the hook. $250,000.
$250,000. and Sarah B. They help him slowly down.
Oh, come on, baby!
On each other's back. Sarah B. Now the #1 dermatologist and skincare brand. Some people with joint pain must have high blood pressure. They may not be able to take just anything for pain. That's why doctors recommend Tylenol. It won't raise blood pressure the way that Advil, Aleve, or morphine sometimes can. For trusted relief, trust Tylenol. It used to live with the Hades curse. For a long time, people stunned things via buzzkill life. So she ordered sunglasses with broken one day to the head. People weird, but she's actually hilarious once you get to know her. Oh, as if... That's what it was asking for. Well, choose everything.
Thomas Lenz from your January 24th on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Tonight at 11 o'clock, learning from the past. Snow preparations already underway as we speak to prevent a repeat of last week's 95 debacle.
Tracking our next winter weather maker, it could bring snow, sleet, freezing rain, and rain to the DMV. Time to get out for you tonight at 11.
Silver Green. Now at National Forest Direct, you can get an entire room of laminate flooring installed the next day for just $555 and no interest for 1 year. Call 888-400-FLOOR. We'll bring the store to your door. Kick off your year with amazing appliance savings at the Bray & Scarf New Year's Sale. Get incredible deals in store and online with our best-selling models in stock and ready to go. And always the absolute lowest prices with our best price guarantee. Book your one-on-one VIP appointment now for deals like exclusive double rebates on select GE Profile and Cafe packages and free basic installation on select Monogram appliances. Shop local at Bray & Scarf, where it doesn't cost more to get more.
Right now at Checkers, get 2 Big Buberts for just $8. You know it'll be the tastiest $8 you've ever spent. Feel that? That's your mouth water. Get 2 Big Buberts for just $8. You've earned it. Get Checkers delivered through our rewards app.
Real cowboys get customized car insurance with Liberty Mutual, so we only pay for what we need.
Someone else can turn.
Yeah, hang on, that's right, Rick. Only pay for what you need.
Children's mental health, a national state of emergency, spotlight on American investigators, a critical shortage of school psychologists.
What's the cost if we don't get this serious?
Crisis in the Classroom, Thursday on 7 News at 6. 2020 true crime, a Southern family dynasty shattered. This isn't just a little accident, this is really, really bad. And the mystery is still unraveling. It's almost too much to believe. It's wild. 2020 Friday night on ABC.
Okay, David, I know you talked about this with your team. You've got some big money on that board. What are you thinking?
It's life-changing money, but I think I need to shoot the 70,000. I'm going to go 70,000.
Okay. Peace, what do you think? For $70,000, the chase is on. Here's your first question. A super fan of the franchise, Stephen Colbert has a cameo in which of these films? Avengers Endgame, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, or The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug? Chaser locked in. David, you went with The Hobbit. Do you know this one?
No, I have not seen any of these movies. But I thought, you could be a big Lord of the Rings fan, so that's why I went with The Hobbit.
So is the correct answer The Hobbit? One step down the board. Steve, did you know this one?
I guess, then I went for Rogue One, A Star Wars Story.
Okay. So these will not be coming down this board. Here's your next question. Which of the following is the disparaging nickname Oliver Cromwell reportedly gave to a historic document he disliked? Was it Magna Carta, Mayflower Dumb Pack, or Constipation of Independence? David locked in, and so did the Chaser. David, did you cover this in your history classes along the way?
No, we did cover Oliver Cromwell.
Okay.
I was torn between Mayflower and what I assume
The Constipation of Independence.
Thank you, the Constipation of Independence. So,
Is the correct answer the Constipation of Independence? The Magna Carta. Beast, did you know this one?
I knew it couldn't be the Constipation of Independence. It's at least 100 years before his time. And the Mayflower Dun Pact is not that big a deal, so I went for the Magna Carta.
Okay. So the Beast found his way to the right answer, and he will be moving one step down this board. Here's your next question. The BND is Germany's equivalent of what U.S. agency? NASA, the CIA, or the EPA? Chaser locked in. David, you did as well. You went with CIA.
the closest thing I could think of was something with intelligence or spying or secret service. I went with the CIA.
So is the correct answer the CIA?
Yes!
Yes. $70,000. Down the board. Beast, did you know this one?
If you've read a lot of spy thrillers, it's a common name, so I knew that BND was equivalent to CIA.
Okay. So the Beast is coming down right behind you on this board. Here's your next question. Surprisingly, which of these historic political sound bites was delivered at Walt Disney World? I'm not a crook. Read my lips. No new taxes. Vast right-wing conspiracy. Chase, you're locked in. David, you went with I'm not a crook.
It would be very surprising if you were to say that at Walt Disney World, so that's what I went with.
Okay. Is the correct answer I'm not a crook? And we are moving that $70,000 one more step down the board. Did you know this one?
I was thinking vast right-wing conspiracy has probably been said at least 50 times, so I knocked that one out, and I went for read my lips, no new taxes.
Oh, okay. So these will not be coming down this board. Here's your next question. Selling for $11.49, the first item offered on TV shopping network QVC in 1986 was a what? A shower radio, aerobics workout tape, or a cutlery set? David locked in, and so did the Chaser. Okay, so you went with cutlery set.
Yeah, it seems like it's the right price.
How much time has passed since 1986 with good knives cost a lot? Is the correct answer a cutlery set? Okay, so we won't be moving that $70,000 down the board. Did you know that one, Keith?
Never heard of this, but the force was with me and I picked shower radio.
Shower radio, okay? So the Beast will be coming one step down the board. Here's your next question. Which of these diacritical marks is used in the word kua, which means elbow in Arabic? Sedilla, Sukun, Hachek. Chaser locked in, and David, you went with Sedilla.
Sedilla is the only one of those words I've heard that is a diacritical mark, so that's what I went with, and I think it looks like what I imagining a Sedilla looks like.
That's impressive you knew that much. Okay, so is the correct answer Sedilla? Okay, we still have room here. Beast, did you know this one?
Well, fortunately, I studied high school French, so I knew it wasn't Sedilla, which I think looks like a 5 without the top horizontal line.
Okay.
And of the other two, I just went, well, Hachek sounds like a Czech gold miner, so therefore I went for Sukat.
Okay, so the Beast will be coming one step down the board. Here's your next question. Ernest Shackleton's 1914 voyage to the Antarctic was made on a ship named what? The Nimrod, the Discovery, or the Endurance? Chaser locked in. Go, go, go. David, you chose the Discovery.
It seems like he was voyaging to discover the Antarctic, so I went with Discovery.
Okay. Is the correct answer the Discovery? The Endurance. Okay, so we're not moving the money just yet, but again, we still have room. Beast, did you know this one?
Yeah, I knew it was the Endurance.
So the Beast is coming down one step, which puts him only one step behind you. You've got 2 correct answers, and then we can just end this part. So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Here's your next question. In 2020, Ina Garten told Food and Wine that one kitchen tool you should replace every year is what? A garlic press, the meat thermometer, or a vegetable peeler? Don't listen. You both locked in, and you went with the vegetable peeler.
I use the vegetable peeler a lot, and I think it develops kind of, that residue into it. Like, oh.
Okay, is the correct answer a vegetable peeler? That's right. Okay, so we are moving that $70,000 one step down the line, one correct answer away from banking that money. But I'm going to guess he's totally bluffing. Did you know this?
Total bluff. Didn't have a clue.
Didn't have a clue?
I just went on which one's the bugger to clean, so I went for the garlic press.
Oh, okay. So he will not be moving down the board. Here's your next question. If Greek mathematician Archimedes attended a school that shares its name with his city of birth, where would he matriculate? Syracuse University, Antioch College, or Ithaca College? Chase, you're locked in. David, you went with Syracuse.
Yes, I know that Syracuse is somewhere in Greece and that Archimedes is a Greek mathematician. I have to go with my gut.
If you got this right, you were banking $70,000. Is the correct answer Syracuse University?
Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. And defensively,
I'm a mathematician, of course I got that one right.
Of course. The team has now banked $300,000. Can they trust their instincts, or will they be consumed by the beast? It all happens in the final case.
I came across this house with water dripping from the ceiling. You never know when something like this will happen. So let the Geico insurance agency help you with homeowners insurance and protect yourself from things like fire, theft, or in this case, water damage. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say somewhere upstairs there's a broken pipe.
Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance at geico.com. Oh, man, that's a whole lot of wrinkles. My shoes look good.
Help prevent wrinkles with Bounce Wrinkle Guard. The Mega Sheets 3 times the wrinkle-fighting ingredients.
New jersey here. There you go.
Oh, American Club? Did you just turn us into Subway ads?
Yeah, Subway's got so much news, like the new turkey Cali Press, but they couldn't fit it in their ads. So they bought space on your jersey. Go long and tight, BNC.
Maybelline New York, new Colossal Curl Bounce Mascara, big curl volume, up to 24-hour wear. Curl and bounce brush, curls lashes up. Memory curl formula, keeps them up. New Colossal Curl Bounce Mascara, Maybelline New York.
Here, have your skin.
Bring on the zest with fire-roasted tomato and olive oil. Bring it with Tristan.
Okay, here we go. DNA, Saturday, every day. Radio Brand, Robert George Michael, and starting shot at 7 Boom, that's how we start.
A historic transfer of power in Virginia. Glenn Youngkin set to become the next governor. 7 News on your side, live from Richmond, bringing you special coverage of Virginia's 74th inauguration, Saturday on 7 News, and streaming live on WJLA.com.
When you get Xfinity Internet, Flex is included free. And finding what to watch on TV is now as easy as making popcorn. Show me horror movies. My favorite,
I hit decline. When it do that, hit the pause button.
In the morning, weather and traffic.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't let me do none of these. Okay, but I declined it anyway because it's a glitch in the game. All right.
Just 7 news on your side. First, for traffic and weather, weekday mornings starting at 4:30.
The national and partial fact-based journalism. This is the foundation of their health. America's news now.
Weekday mornings starting at 7 on WJLA 24/7 News.
On second down now.
All made it through the final chase, and there's $300,000 in the bank, but they still can't bring that money home yet. They now have to outrun the chaser one last time. And here's how it works. Okay, team, you'll have 2 minutes to answer as many questions as you can. Each correct answer puts you one step further away from the chaser. The chaser will then have the same amount of time to catch you. And if he does, unfortunately, you'll go home with nothing. But if he can't catch you, you'll each take home an equal share of the money. Now, because there are 3 of you that made it through to this final chase, you're going to get a 3-step head start, which gives you an advantage over the chaser.
I like this team. I think team's a favorite. More solid than spectacular, but I make them a slight favorite over Mark.
For $300,000, the final chase is on. Let's put 2 minutes on the clock. Good luck. Your time starts now. What Muppets character is a drummer known for eating his cymbals?
Animal.
Correct. What is the second to last letter of the Greek alphabet?
Sign.
Correct. The basilisk lizard is nicknamed the Jesus Christ lizard for its ability to do what?
Come back from the dead.
Walk on water. Most human beings are born with how many vertebrae in their spine?
Pass.
33. What musical's first act ends with the song A New Argentina? Correct. Kikkoman boasts it's the world's largest manufacturer of what type of sauce?
Soy sauce.
Correct. The 1962 book Silent Spring led to a U.S. ban on what insecticide?
Deep.
Correct. John Jardine is the only person to win the Nobel Prize twice in what field?
Economics.
Physics. In an equilateral triangle, each interior angle is how many degrees?
60.
Correct. Actor James Cromwell became a vegan after making what 1995 movie?
Space.
Correct. How many laws of motion did Isaac Newton come up with?
3.
Correct. Foreign is the official currency of what European country?
Pass.
Hungary. In a 2010 John Cusack comedy, what amenity is used as a time machine?
Hot tub.
Correct. Kara Zor-El is the real name of what DC Comics heroine?
Wonder Woman.
Supergirl. Who does John Lithgow portray on the TV series The Crown?
Churchill.
Correct. In Greek myth, Hercules stole the girdle of what Amazon queen?
Holiday.
Correct. Which word in this question is alphabetically first?
Alphabetically.
Correct. The groove between your nose and upper lip is called what?
Filtrum.
Correct. What play features the stage direction Estragon takes Vladimir's hat?
Pass.
Waiting for Godot. What is the tail fin of a fish technically called?
Dorsal.
Caudal. In business, what does the initials ROI stand for?
Return on investment.
Correct. Herminder Nagra plays Jess in what soccer rom-com? Time's up. That answer was Bend It Like Beckham. You got 14 correct answers, and with your 3 steps, that puts you at a 17-step lead on the chaser. Beast, what did you think of that?
Well, I was worried Sam and Tiffany's buses weren't working for a long while.
Okay. Will that 17-step lead be enough for them to survive? Or is the beast ready to strike? It's all on the line in the final chase.
Learning from the past. Snow preparations already underway as we speak to prevent a repeat of last week's 95 debacle.
Tracking our next winter weather maker, it could bring snow, sleet, freezing rain, and rain to DMV. Time to get out for you tonight at 11.
Meet Ron. That man is always on. And He's on it with Jardiance for type 2 diabetes. His underhand sky serve, on fire. His grilling game, on point. And his A1C, Ron is on it with the once daily pill Jardiance. Jardiance not only lowers A1C, it goes beyond to reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults with type 2 diabetes and no heart disease. And Jardiance may help you lose some weight.
Jardiance may cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
What's the pill that goes beyond lowering A1C? On it. Jardiance. Ask your doctor about Jardiance. Our priorities, they've changed.
Hey, Lexus, play my music.
It's not just about getting ahead or the constant grind. It's about
Watch for traffic.
and focusing on what matters. Welcome to the next level. This is the all-new Lexus NX with available remote park and our most advanced safety system ever. Remix your routine. Make it a hidden valley grand snack.
I put in work. When I do what I do, better go and put in work. But I look so fresh every time I put in work. I can smell that dough every time I...
Is that throw?
I know, right? It's imported from Portugal. Got it at Marshall's for a total steal.
Nice.
Thanks.
Hi, baby. Huggy's here. That weird thing you're tasting, it's called skin. It's so sensitive. But with your mom here, we'll help keep it clean and healthy. Huggies, we got you, baby. Still not edible.
People need to know what they did to my boy.
Women of the Movement is a necessary watch. One mother can make a difference. Women of the Movement, Thursday on ABC. Sponsored by Target. Helping us all reach for what we value most.
It's been a medical break. Cannabis compounds prevent COVID-19. We've been listening to the CDC. We should have been eating CBD with Dean Spade. Find out what men know about the female body. That's why baby.
Tonight on ABC and 3 on Hulu.
During the break, our judges reviewed the tape and David gave the answer D. Unfortunately, that was incorrect. The correct answer is DDT, which means our team is now 16 steps ahead of the chaser, and there's still $300,000 on the line. And now it's the chaser's turn to try to catch you. And remember, if he does, you will lose it all and walk out of here with nothing. But you do have an advantage. Anytime the chaser answers a question incorrectly, we'll stop the clock. You'll then have a chance to answer that same question. If you answer it correctly, you will push the chaser back one step. And the more pushbacks, the greater your chances of winning. Now, these $300,000 is on the line. Are you ready to catch them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The final chase is on. Let's put 2 minutes on the clock. The time starts now. Though he started it, William Shatner claims he's never seen an episode of what TV series?
Star Trek.
Correct. In 1935, Bruno Kaufman was found guilty of kidnapping the child of what he did. Correct. In 2021, Rod Stewart sang Sailing to give out what international sporting event?
Ram's got.
Correct. What body of water did the Apollo 11 astronaut splash down?
Pacific.
Correct. Kangaroo Island is one of what country's largest?
Australia.
Correct. Twitter's current character limit for a tweet is what number?
190.
Correct. What variety of rice gets its name from a Hindi word meaning fragrant?
Basmati.
Correct. The Ishihara test is a widely used method.
Blindness.
Correct. Jazz trumpeter John Burke Gillespie was better known by what?
Dizzy.
Correct. A cigarette is an organ of a spider that produces what material for its web?
And spike silk.
Correct. In a standard deck of playing cards, how many cards are red?
26.
Correct. Which Olympic sport combines ski jumping and cross-country skiing?
Nordic combined.
Correct. What kind of sea creature is SpongeBob's best friend Patrick?
Starfish.
Correct. What 18th century Scot is known as the father of economics?
Smith, Adam Smith.
Correct. What does the P stand for in the computer file format PDF?
Public.
Stop the clock.
It's portable document.
Your answer is
Portable document format.
the correct answer is portable. You have 3 steps to catch the team. Your time starts again. Now, what Irish musician teaches an online class called First Flute?
James Baldwin.
Correct. Coco Chanel popularized the LBD, which stands for what?
Little Black Dress.
Correct. Cher won her only Oscar for what?
Moonstruck.
Correct.
Nicely done. That's how you do it.
I am so sorry you were caught by the chaser. We'll have to say goodbye to that $300,000. Unfortunately, the chase is over, but thank you all for playing. And Geese, you caught the entire team. How are you feeling right now?
As that waiting monster Russell Crowe might have said, are you not entertained?
And there it is. The chaser has taken down yet another team. And remember, the only way to win is to outrun your competition and never look back. See you next time on The Chase.
Comedian David Spade joins Jimmy Kimmel Up. All new tonight on ABC.
Seconds away at 11. One school district prepares to bring students back. Another could go virtual.
Plus, the next snowstorm is taking shape. That's the forecast for you coming up.
And it's easy to customize your insurance at libertymutual.com, so you only pay for what you need. Isn't that right, Limu? Limu? Sorry, 1 second.
To the 47-yard line. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there.
There he is.
Only pay for what you need.
Tonight on 7 News.
A very short-term transition to virtual learning.
Montgomery County Schools won't rule out a shift to all virtual. You have to see the response that we got when asking parents if they thought tonight's meeting answered their questions.
And right next door,
The rate of COVID-19 transmission in our county feels extremely high.
Prince George's County lays out its plan to bring kids back next week, plus one Virginia district backs off an after-school ban.
And tracking what could become a very disruptive winter weather maker late Sunday into early Monday. All you need to know coming up.
7 News on your side at 11 starts now.
Right now at 11, 7 News on your side is covering the crisis in the classroom with neighboring Maryland districts going in different directions when it comes to the pandemic.
Now, Prince George's County is less than a week away from bringing children back. Montgomery County is thinking that some schools could go all virtual. So we have team coverage for you. Beginning with 7 News on your side is Justin Hitney's at our alert desk. And some frustrations in Montgomery. No question, Justin.
Yeah, so if they do go virtual, it would be for just a short time. It's something many parents would, but quite frankly, they think it's just lip service. Town Hall leaders from Montgomery County Public Schools cleared up a few things that News on your side was looking to have answered, like how many masks students would receive.
All middle school and high schools have received a pack of 10 of KN95 masks for each student. This should move us through January. We have 4 coming in. The small-sized KN95 masks, they've arrived at the warehouse yesterday. By Friday, 50% of all elementary schools will receive those KN95 mask shipments.
But what was billed as a conversation left many parents, 7 News on your side heard from, feeling like it was more of a monologue. I sent this tweet with 10 minutes left, asking parents and teachers, have your questions been addressed? And the resounding no was the so I took this back, and they wanted to talk to you about it. Particularly perspective that interim superintendent Dr. Elisa McKnight about select schools potentially going virtual.
We're looking at the absences, unfilled substitute requests, and unserved buses in order to determine if a very short-term transition to virtual learning in individual schools made that support the instructional program.
One teacher who didn't want to be identified said this.
I don't believe it. No, I don't have any faith in it.
And Dad, Dwayne Johnson, who already had one kid test positive for COVID-19 last year, feels the same when it comes to his other child.
But I would continue to kick my son out of school last week if I felt like it was an option. I don't feel like it's an option.
Health leaders also say 190,000 active rapid tests were given to the school systems and staff. They're looking to get more, but are asking everyone to test themselves and report it by Friday. At the Broadcast, Justin Hinson, 7 News.
Justin, thank you. Prince George's County is right next door, and it's getting ready to bring everyone back on Tuesday. The term started online only. Annalisa Gale reports there were more than 20,000 callers on tonight's teletown hall. She has the district's answers to many of the safety questions.
The rate of COVID-19 transmission in our county is still extremely high. But what is great about the Omicron variant, it has its infection rate, but it doesn't stay with you as long.
After 2 weeks of virtual learning for students, CEO Dr. Monica Goldson believes that now is the time for students to get back to their classrooms in person. The announcement is leading to mixed emotions for educators and parents.
Why are we rushing to get kids back at school? But it is safe for our students and staff to return with all of the mitigating strategies.
I feel like we're in a position where we shouldn't be back in the building. At the same time, they're in a tough spot.
Special Education Assistant Sterling Blount is a little nervous about returning, but he's feeling prepared.
At the end of the day, I've gotten my vaccination. I wear my mask.
These are the changes that are being made this month to make everyone more comfortable. Test kits and KN95 masks will be provided to students and staff. Students will be required to test weekly until at least February 27th. More students will be randomly tested weekly. No spectators are allowed at sporting events this month, and the K-6 virtual learning program will end January 28th. Although she doesn't anticipate another system-wide closure, Olson does expect that the virus will continue to have impacts on individual classes.
A classroom outbreak is considered 3 or more laboratory-confirmed COVID-19 cases among students, teachers, and staff in a specified room.
In Prince George's County, Annalisa Gale, 7 News.
And covering Arlington schools, its pause on sports and extracurricular activities is now over. That's 2 days earlier than planned. Those before and after school activities can resume as the district changes its isolation and quarantine rules to match the CDC's latest guidance.
And 7 News on your side now covering Loudoun County. That's where today a judge handed down the sentence for a teenager convicted in 2 sexual assaults inside 2 different schools there. Now, we've been following the story from the get-go. The 15-year-old will now be a part of a locked residential program, which he must complete before he turns 18. He's also now going to be labeled or listed as a convicted sex offender for the rest of his life. The father of the victim said he wanted to be there to lock eyes with his teen today.
I didn't come to play. You know, that boy needed to know what he did was wrong. It was very important for me to look him dead in the eyes.
Now, right here on 7 News at 11 o'clock last night, we reported the Loudoun County Public Schools would not make public an independent report conducted into how the district handled its investigation into both of the incidents, citing 2 state laws. 7 News on your side is now challenging that decision in an effort to shed light on who knew what and when. You can go to our website, WJLA.com, for our coverage of the story, along with links to the laws cited by Loudoun school leadership.
Happening tomorrow, VDOT's Fredericksburg road team will begin pre-treating roads. That is days ahead of any potential for wintry weather this weekend.
It's a lot different than what we saw last time, too, because last week they said that they didn't pre-treat the roads because they said the rain would have washed away the salt in the brine mix. Remember that? And this was the result. Interstate 95 was a jam. Horrible. A 30-hour stop. Drivers were stranded, no food, no water, and no one to go to the bathroom.
Authorities plan to it will happen, and we will keep pushing for those results. You can open up the 370 app to see what's changing ahead of this upcoming storm.
So much 7. Steve Bruce, meteorologist, tonight, keeping a close eye on that storm. And the overnight forecast, Steve, as we get closer to the storm's approach, we get a better idea of what we're up against.
Yeah, it looks like it could be a combination of snow and sleet and freezing rain and rain. All four things depending on your location. Let's talk about out there to start your Thursday. We're looking at temperatures that are going to be in the lower 30s early on, around 35 by 9 a.m. Now, the forecast models, the trends for late Sunday into early Monday are all holding steady right now. There's plenty of cold air that's in place. The chance for accumulating snow, especially north and west of D.C. A wintry mix and rain also in the mix. And the models are remarkably coming into agreement, even though some are off 2 hours or so. Here's a comparison for you, just a sneak peek, what I'm going to share with you in about 10 minutes or so. Look at that rain snow line that develops right over the D.C. metro area, right over the I-95 corridor. I'm going to take you hour by hour through Sunday evening into early Monday, and what you can expect in your neighborhood, at least our current thinking as of right now. Just a few minutes.
Okay, we look forward to that, Steve. Thanks. Breaking tonight in Frederick, a deadly fire at a home in the secluded wooded neighborhood of Myersville. Now, the fire department is telling us this took a dozen different stations to send help and more than an hour to get this fire under control. At about 8:30 tonight from Skytrack 7, we were able to see firefighters trudging their equipment and hoses through the snow to check on hot spots of this fire. We're told crews will be there for a while longer as they try and prevent any flare-ups and also try and figure out the cause.
Also breaking tonight, 2 people shot. One of them was killed in a car off Pegg Road in St. Mary's County. The victim, who did not make it, was 19 years old. The survivor, just 17. The county sheriff's office says they were just driving along the road when they were shot.
And a very eerily similar thing just happened yesterday in St. George's County. A woman driving Crane Highway in Bowie when she was shot. And she survived, but in both of these cases, there is no information on a gunman or a getaway car or a motive, nothing. So we've reached out to the local police departments to see what they believe that these shootings might be connected.
News tonight in Virginia, Governor Ralph Northam delivering his final State of the Commonwealth address before a joint session of the state's General Assembly. In the last speech of his term, the governor highlighted his administration's work to expand Medicaid, reform the criminal justice system, and keep Virginians safe throughout the pandemic.
Virginians choose leaders who will make our Commonwealth work better for them and their families, no matter who they are or where they live. I can confidently say that we have done that. We are leaving this Commonwealth better than it was when we came into office.
The governor also thanked Virginians for their support, trust, and friendship throughout his tenure.
And Northam's soon-to-be successor, Governor-elect Glenn Youngkin, spoke to 7 News' Nick Knock tonight. He says on day 1, he plans to rescind the executive order currently in place that requires all students from kindergarten to 12th grade to wear masks.
Oh, man!
They should know that getting a vaccine is good for them, but they need to make a decision based on their own circumstances. And I do believe that, again, if parents feel that the best decision for their children is to wear a mask or not wear a mask, I want to empower parents to make that decision.
Now, this weekend, Youngkin will be sworn into office, and 7 News will be in Richmond covering his inauguration. You be sure to catch our coverage starting Friday and then throughout the day on Saturday, right here on 7 News. It will also be online for you, too, for WJLO.com.
Only on 7 News.
It's up more than tenfold compared to just a month ago.
It's not just numbers, it is people. An ER doctor is just how overwhelming the Omicron surge is, and it's far from over.
Also ahead. Look at that scary ambulance crash from yesterday, and it's caught on video. A baby on board and the crew survives. Tonight, we have an update on what investigators found on board and what was not there.
Incredible things are happening. More stars. Who is going to be most likely to curse on the air?
More surprises.
I like the style of this show. Maybe I'll come back in 5 years.
And more. Jimmy Kimmel Live, new weeknights on ABC and stream on Hulu. A historic transfer of power in Virginia. Glenn Youngkin set to become the next governor. 7 News on your side, live from Richmond. Bringing you special coverage of Virginia's inauguration. Saturday on 7 News. And streaming live on WJLA.com.
Warning.
the park.
Oh, he's been playing?
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gordon. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This is the first time I see him playing. Who? On Monday? Yeah.
Rockets had a 1-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and then some big shots were made, namely by
it's Holiday?
back-to-back threes in that fourth quarter, and then ultimately the three that ended up sealing the
Test Fitness, powering possibilities.
Monday. See, I don't like working on Monday, but let me see. Should I come January 14th? Enjoy thanks. And you work 4 to 12?
So many endorphins, baby. What's up? It's this place, I tell you.
Okay. Hold up. I think I gotta come in. If that's a holiday. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to come. I think me and Bella alternate. Hold up. That might end since Bella's doing. Beatty. See, Beatty, he took over my supervision on Saturday. See, basically, normally on holiday, me and Bella alternate. And see, he went in the last holiday. And it's supposed to be my turn doing supervision on the holiday, so I think I gotta come in Sunday night. At 11.
On your side, covering
Let me find out tomorrow, and let me find out tomorrow. Let me talk to Bay. Bella there
down the road today, Maryland surpassed 10,000 new cases. It also reported the most.
Okay, let me talk to him because I don't know if I'm coming in for the holiday. If Martin Luther King's Monday, that means I gotta come in Sunday night at 11.
Virginia, however, set another new record tonight with over 3,700 COVID patients. And that is a new high set each of the past 7 days in Virginia.
And as you can imagine,
let me find out tomorrow, and I'll let you know tomorrow. If I don't have to come in, I go ahead and come in for you before the 12. All right.
So in a story only on 7 News, health reporter Victoria Sanchez speaks with a Virginia Hospital Center ER doc about the COVID problem.
Hundreds of people fled Virginia Hospital Center's ER with COVID.
It's up more than tenfold compared to just a month ago.
Dr. Mike Silverman is the emergency medicine chairman, and you might know him from his weekly viral Facebook posts, updates from the ER.
On a personal note, I enjoy the feedback from people. I enjoy the interaction. There's a lot of positive feedback I get, which I think has helped me get through all of this.
And all of this is getting harder.
We have the most inpatients in the hospital that we've ever had with COVID.
Though the Omicron variant is thought to cause milder illness, patients are dying. Dr. Silverman says some are preventable.
We'll carry some of those consequences and some of those outcomes with us forever.
Why is that?
I think it's, we're in healthcare to help people, and people also have to help themselves and do some basic things for themselves.
Like vaccination and masks. VHC is a busy community hospital, even before COVID hit. Now, healthcare workers are at a breaking point.
We're almost 2 years into this. The staff are exhausted. We're tired of COVID. Trust us, we want to go back to kind of normal life as much as anyone, but we still have a job to do, and it's challenging.
Victoria Sanchez, 7 News.
I want to show you something. Take a look at these pictures from Fredericksburg. That is a field hospital they've set up at Mary Washington Hospital. The building itself is just over capacity due to a surge in the cases they've seen there. And take a closer look at these pictures because it's in a parking deck. And in fact, in some of the pictures, you can see the yellow lines of what used to be parking spaces for the cars. There just simply isn't enough room to have COVID patients pack their ER.
That air ambulance crash near Philadelphia with a baby on board was actually caught on camera. Take a look. Just amazing there. The baby and 3 adults on board all survived. That aircraft was based out of Maryland. Just in the past few hours, crews were able to lift the wreckage from the steps of a church and onto a truck to pull away. An NTSB investigator is already keying in on one component.
It has neither a flight data recorder nor does it have a cockpit voice recorder. But as I explained earlier, there are components on board that contain valuable data that we hope to capture. It'll be primarily engine performance parameters.
So they had a lot of evidence to sort through to figure this one out. You could hear the news helicopter in the background of that news conference getting some of these overhead shots. The wreckage is going to Delaware for the NTSB to continue its investigation.
And must-see from Capitol Hill tonight, you've got to take a look at this video. You might think that this is a watercolor painting or one of those filters on Instagram. Yeah. No, that was actually tonight. If you walked outside about 5:30, you would have seen this. The days are getting just a wee bit longer now, and the sunsets are getting a whole lot more beautiful. That is fantastic.
That's my new screensaver.
Is that
it looks perfect. The resolution, everything, the clarity, gorgeous.
But here's what I'm guessing. That picture is going to change drastically come Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Tell us about it, Steve.
Yeah, it's not going to be as vibrant. And our sunset time, by the way, today was at 5:07. So we're gaining about a minute and a half of daylight moving forward closer to springtime and summertime. Overlooking National Harbor right now. Check out the high. We hit 47 degrees, a couple degrees above average, and a huge difference compared to yesterday when we only made it up to 30 for our daytime high. We're in the 30s right now across the board, except in Winchester, now at 28 degrees. Moving through the overnight, temperatures range anywhere from the upper 20s to the middle 30s. By early tomorrow morning, we're trending totally dry, and those clouds are going to stick around. 29 tomorrow at Leesburg, 30 at Reagan National, Quantico and Fredericksburg. Early on, you'll be at just around 30 to 32 degrees. Now, tomorrow's high temperature a notch warmer than we were today. We'll be in the middle to upper 40s. Some neighborhoods will make it to 50 degrees, even without a whole lot of sunshine. May see a little bit early on, but it's going to quickly fade as we move through the evening hours, and that's ahead of our next weather maker, a somewhat weak cold front that moves through late tomorrow night, may bring us a few showers, especially off toward the west.